We're back with a look at progress we haven't seen for more than a half century. The opening of a new airport terminal and a new chapter taking flight at KCI. The secret's out now. After years of waiting, crews and airport staffers are putting the finishing touches on the new terminal, the first for KCI since 1972. We tagged along for a massive test run this past week as the project prepares for liftoff.
I've been telling everybody I was going to Cancun today, and they're all jealous.
It's the most fun a fake trip to Mexico can bring for Kathy Larson, one of more than 600 volunteer mock travelers testing the new KCI terminal for real.
All passengers from gate number B43.
The crowds came to put staffers through their paces by getting a ticket, checking in luggage, finding the gate and amenities, then getting that same luggage in the baggage claim area. The only thing they didn't do? Go through security. Screening's not quite ready yet, but it'll look a lot different than what you're used to in the old terminal. 16 lanes in one place from here on out.
I worried because I loved the old airport. It was so quick and easy. And this one will be even better.
There's also a mini city market, saxophones shaped like airplanes or birds, a tribute to Kansas City jazz icon Charlie Parker. Even a spot where service dogs can relieve themselves. Creature comforts we're not used to at KCI.
How do you think this compares to what we have now?
How long do you have?
Well, it's 100% improvement. Look how beautiful this place is. And surprisingly, it's not as huge as I thought it was going to be. And there's not a lot of rights and lefts and rights and left. You just go straight down or take a right here and that's it. So it's very easy to get around. So I think everybody will really enjoy this new airport.
The opening of the new terminal comes at an opportune time. The NFL draft's coming up in April. The World Cup's in 3 years. So there's a lot riding on this first impression. We sent KMBC9's Andy Alcock to the new terminal to talk with airport staffers as they get ready for the grand opening.
Thanks, Cody. I'm here with Justin Meyer, the Deputy Director of the Aviation Department here at the new terminal. And Justin, just thinking about where we started, so ground broken almost 4 years ago. Now we're less than 2 weeks away from the new terminal opening. Your thoughts at this point?
A lot of excitement and optimism. This was a good opportunity here this week to do a terminal test, to make sure we understand all the things that still need to be addressed, but so close to opening day, I think we're ready to change the front door of Kansas City.
So I guess one of the things that certainly people coming to the airport or leaving the airport, is it going to be easier to get in and out of the airport than the old terminal?
I think the definition of convenience for everybody is their own definition, and it's not our place to tell you what's easy or what's not. But I do think a lot of the intentionality we had in terms of consolidating the security checkpoint, making all amenities available past the gate areas, increasing the count of restrooms, really is going to deliver a really quality experience for travelers here.
So what should passengers coming here for the first time know about this new terminal?
I think first and foremost, it's different. It's a different setup. It's much more normal in terms of the way other airports operate. And we built it right size for Kansas City. So we're benchmarking against Dallas Love Field and Indianapolis, not a Chicago O'Hare or LAX kind of facility. I think travelers that have a lot of questions should be looking at our website, which is flykc.com, which is maps and all the information about how the new terminal will work.
Now, certainly one thing that we noticed is that a lot of local businesses are represented here, and I know there was a process involved, but I guess, when people are coming to your community, you kind of want to give them a taste of what it's about, and that's part of what this new setup includes, correct?
Yeah, there's a few national chains located here in our concessions program, but the majority of that program, food, beverage, and retail, is local. We're standing right by a Made in KC store. Behind you is a Parisi Coffee, so a true Kansas City touch point.
I guess the other thing, too, is inclusivity. We certainly noticed that when you had your practice run, that there were a lot of folks in wheelchairs. So certainly handicapped accessibility is important. And I guess, you're going to be getting feedback from those folks. Certainly that is something that you considered when putting this project together, correct?
From the very beginning, we saw ADA as a starting point for this project. All the way through the facility, you'll see intentionality towards all of our travelers, whether you're fully able or have some mobility restrictions. We wanted this to be a building that felt warm and welcoming to everyone of all ability.
All right, Justin, thank you. You can see behind me, check it out, this metallic art piece, very much an homage to Kansas City, the city of fountains. Everybody coming in and out of the airport is going to see that piece of artwork. So this is the gateway to the community for folks, and now they're going to have an opportunity to test it out here very shortly. Cody, back to you.
Looks great. Thanks, Andy. Look to KMBC9 News for reports in the week ahead leading up to the big day, Tuesday, February 28th, when the new KCI terminal opens for good.